Hi everyone, just want to say hi and I hope everyone had a good day today. I thought I would read another story. This one's A Story Garden for Little Children by Maud Lindsay. It's a pretty old story. I've had it for a long time. It's not, it's older than me, but it's been around for a while and I thought maybe I'd try to read it. I read some of these to my children as they were growing up, along with many other stories. But this one was sort of, it was interesting because it's an older story. And the binding came apart. I haven't glued that yet. And the book itself is, I believe I read it was in 2013. And I think let's see, it was written by Maud Lindsay and illustrated by Florence Lily Young. Yes, and it was, let's see, it was published in March of 1913. To Julie Jones, the founder of the Florence Free Kindergarten and a lover of little children everywhere. Let's see. There's many in this book. I'll probably just read a few. I'm going to start with The Lovely Moon on page 4. Lovely Moon. Once upon a time, there was a little child who did not want to go to bed. That was pretty much me growing up. I'm still that way today. I'd rather not go to bed. It's a waste of time. But once you're in there, it's hard to get up. It's funny how life is. Okay, once upon a time there was a little child who did not want to go to bed. The yellow chickens are all asleep, said his mother as she undressed him. I heard the old hen calling them, cluck, 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 before you had eaten your supper. But I don't want to go to sleep, said the child. The pigeons are asleep, said the mother. Up in the pigeon house, coo-roo, coo-roo. Good night, they said, then tucked their heads under their wings. But I don't want to go to sleep, said the child. The little red calf is asleep in the barn, said the mother. And the lambs are asleep in green clover beds. And she put the child into his own white bed. It was a soft, downy bed close beside a window, but the child did not want to lie there. He tossed about under the coverlet, and the tears were beginning to run down his cheeks when all at once the moon looked in at the window. There, said his mother, the moon has come to tell you good night. See how it is smiling? The moon shone right into the child's eyes. Good night, little child. Sleep well, it seemed to say. Good night, said he, and he lay still on his bed and watched the moon while his mother sang. I won't try to sing this, but I will say it. Lovely moon, smiling on high, like a bright angel's face up in the sky. Baby is watching you, baby and I. Lovely moon, up in the sky. Can the moon see the lambs? Asked the child sleepily. His eyelids were so heavy that he could scarcely keep them open, while the moon looked in at the window and his mother sang, Tell us, oh lovely moon, what do you see? As you shine down up on meadow and tree, I see the little lamb, I see the sheep, I see a baby child going to sleep. The moon smiled at the child and his mother, and the mother smiled at the moon, but the little child did not see them, for he was fast asleep. That's cute. The wind's fun. One day the wind blew through the town, and oh, how merry it was. It whistled down the chimneys and scampered round the corners and sang in the treetops. Come and dance, come and dance, come and dance with me. That is what it seemed to say. And what could keep from dancing to such a merry tune? The clothes danced on the clothesline, the leaves danced on the branches of the trees, a bit of paper danced about the street, and a little boy's hat danced off his head and down the sidewalk as fast as they could go. It was a sailor hat with a blue ribbon around it, and the ends of the ribbons flew out behind like little blue flags. "Stop!" cried the little boy as it blew away, but the hat could not stop. The wind whirled it and twirled it and landed it at last in the middle of the street. "Now I'll get it," said the child, and he was just reaching his hand up for it when off it went again, rolling over and over like a hoop. "Nobody can catch me," thought the hat proudly, "and I don't know myself how far I shall go." Just then the wind whisked it into an alley and dropped it behind a barrel there. When the little boy looked into the alley, it was nowhere to be seen. "Where is my new sailor hat?" he cried. "Ho, ho, I know," laughed the wind, and it blew behind the barrel and fluttered the ends of the blue ribbon till the little boy spied them. "Hooray," said he, and he ran to pick up the hat in a hurry. "The wind shall not get my new hat again," he said, and he put it on his head and held it with both hands all the way home. But as for the clothes on the clothesline and the leaves on the trees and the bit of paper in the street, they danced on and on till the wind blew away, and that is the end of the story. The Saucer Pie. Once upon a time, there was a saucer pie. A saucer pie is one that is baked in a saucer instead of a pan, and if you have never seen one, I hope you will before you are 100 years old. This pie was baked in a saucer that belonged to a little girl named Polly. Her grandmother had given her the saucer, and it was as blue as the sky. When her mamma took the pie out of the oven and put it on the table to cool, she said, "Here is a nice little brown little pie, baked in a saucer as blue as the sky." The pie belonged to Polly as well as the saucer. Her mamma had baked it for her because it was her birthday, and she was very proud of it. "Tell me about it again," she said, as she stood on tiptoe by the table to see it. Then her mamma said, "Here is a pie that is dainty and sweet, baked in a saucer for Polly to eat." But Polly did not want to eat her saucer pie by herself. "I will have a party," she said, and away she went with dancing feet to call her neighbors in. There was Martha and Margaret and a little boy named John, and all of them came to Polly's party. When they got there, the table was set with Polly's doll dishes, and in the middle of the table was the pie. A nice little pie in a saucer blue, baked in the oven for Polly and you, said Mamma as she cut the pie, once across this way and once across that. Each child had a slice, and then nibble, nibble. All that was left of the saucer pie was a crumb in the saucer as blue as the sky. Thimble Biscuit. Once upon a time, Polly's mamma was making biscuit for supper and kneaded the dough till it was light and rolled it out with rolling pin and cut the biscuit round and thin. Polly watched her do everything, and when the last biscuit was in the biscuit pan, Mamma said, "Here is a piece of dough left on my biscuit board. I wonder if there's a little girl in this kitchen who would like to make some little biscuits." "Yes, yes," said Polly, clapping her hands with delight, for of course she knew her mamma meant her. "I'd like to make little biscuit all by myself." So Mamma tied one of her big aprons around Polly's neck, and Polly rolled up her sleeve just as Mamma did when she cooked. Then she was ready to begin her biscuit. "May I sift flour too?" she asked. "Yes, indeed," said Mamma. "You must always sift flour on your board if you want your biscuit to be smooth and nice." So Polly sifted the flour so fine and white and kneaded the bit of dough so light and rolled it out with the rolling pin, and what do you think? Mamma's biscuit cutter was larger than Polly's piece of dough. "I think you will have to borrow Grandma's thimble for a biscuit cutter," said Mamma. "A thimble biscuit cutter? Was there ever anything so funny as that? Polly laughed out about it all the way upstairs to Grandmother's room. But when she told Grandmother what she wanted, Grandmother did not think it was strange at all. I used to make thimble biscuit when I was a little girl, she said, and she made haste to get the thimble out of her work bag for Polly. I want your biscuit to be smooth and nice. So Polly sifted the flour so fine and white, and kneaded the bit of dough so light, and rolled it out with the rolling pin. And what do you think? Mamma's biscuit cutter was larger than Polly's piece of dough. I think you will have to borrow Grandma's thimble for a biscuit cutter, said Mamma. A thimble biscuit cutter? Was there ever anything so funny as that? Polly laughed out about it all the way upstairs to Grandmother's room. But when she told Grandmother what she wanted, Grandmother did not think it was strange at all. I used to make thimble biscuit when I was a little girl, she said, and she made haste to get the thimble out of her work bag for Polly. Grandmother's thimble was made of shining gold, and oh, what a fine biscuit cutter it made. The biscuit were as small as round as a button, and Polly cut enough for Grandmother and Papa and Mamma and Brother Ned and herself, each to have one for supper that night. I think it is fun to make thimble biscuit, she said, as she handed them around in her own blue saucer. And if you don't believe she was right, make sure yourself and see. They must have ate 'em all gone. It's very cute. Once upon a time, when all the ground was white with snow and all the roofs were trimmed with icicles, a little boy went out into the world to make snowballs. His mother wrapped him up so nice and warm from head to toe that you could scarcely see anything of him but the tip of his nose. And when the snowbirds that lived in his own front yard saw him, they did not know him. They flew away to the top of the fence and cocked their heads first on one side and then the other, as if they were thinking, "Who can this be?" But by and by they found out. "Chirp, chirp," they said to each other. "It is only the little boy who throws his crumbs from the window." And they flew down into the yard again to watch him make snowballs. The little boy knew just how to make snowballs and how to throw them, too, for he had seen his big cousin do it. First he took a handful of snow, and then he packed it in his hands like this, and then, hooray, he threw it as far as he could send it. One of his snowballs went into the corner of the yard, and one against a tree, and one all the way over the fence into the street. It was great fun to play in the snow, and the little boy was sorry when the maid called from the house to tell him it was time to come in. "As soon as I make one more," he answered, and he took a great handful of snow and made such a big snowball that he thought he must take it into the house to show his mother. Now the little boy's mother had gone to the market while he was playing in the snow, but he took the snowball into her room and put it on the hearth so that she might see it when she came home. There was a bright fire burning in the grate, and it sounded just as if it were laughing with its crickety, 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 crackety when the little boy put the snowball down in front of it. "Oh, what a nice big fire," he said, and he climbed up into the rocking chair close beside it to wait for his mother. "Rockety rock, rockety rock," said the rocking chair. Crickety crackety laughed the fire, and the little boy was so comfortable and so warm that he went fast asleep on the cushions. When he waked up, his mother was still away at the market, and the fire was still laughing louder than ever. Crickety crackety, crickety crackety. But when he looked on the hearth for his snowball, it was gone. There was nothing there at all but a little pool of water. The little boy looked under the chair and under the bed and under the dresser, behind the door, and in all the corners, upstairs and downstairs, high and low, but he could not find the snowball anywhere. And what do you think had become of it? The little boy's mother guessed as soon as she came home. And if you will ask your mother, I'm sure she will tell you. That's so cute. Oh, a Santa Claus story. Very fitting for the season. A Wonder Story for Little Children. Wonder is the basis of worship, by Carlyle. Every year on the night before Christmas, Santa Claus comes. He rides in a sleigh drawn by tiny reindeer with bells on their harnesses. Tinkle, tinkle, ring the bells, and trit-trot go the little deer to carry Santa Claus over the world. Santa Claus dresses in fur from his head to his heels. His leggings are fur, his coat is fur, and he wears a fur cap pulled down over his ears, for the winds of the winter are icy cold. Oh, sing the winds, tink, tinkle, ring the bells, and trit-trot go the little deer when Santa Claus rides over the world. Santa Claus's beard is as white as the snow, and his cheeks are as red as apples, and his eyes are as bright as the twinkling stars that look from the sky to see him ride. Twinkle, twinkle, shine the stars. Oh, sing the winds. Tink, tinkle, ring the bells, and trit-trot go the little deer when Santa Claus rides over the world. Santa Claus is old, old as the hills, but he is strong as a giant. And on his back he carries a pack, and the pack is full of toys. He has dolls and drums and balls and tops, wagons and sleds, tea sets with blue roses painted on them, and horns with red and white stripes, and all of them are for little children. As soon as the children are asleep on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus comes to fill their stockings with good things and give them beautiful gifts. He knows just what the children want, every one of them, and he laughs for joy as he rides away. Ha ha, laughs Santa Claus. Twinkle, twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, shine the stars. Oh, sing the winds. Tink, tinkle, ring the bells, and trit-trot go the little deer when Santa Claus rides over the world. The children never see him come. No, indeed. If he hears so much as a laugh or a whisper in the house, he stays outside till all is quiet. Why, once upon a time there was a little boy who did not want to go to bed on the night before Christmas. I shall sit up and see Santa, he said. He hung his stocking by the mantel and sat in his mother's big rocking chair and waited and watched and waited. But all that he saw was a little gray mouse, though he stayed awake till everybody but his mother was in bed, and he could not keep his eyes open another minute. The last thing he saw as he went to sleep was the stocking hanging just where he had put it, and there was nothing in it. But, do you believe it? When he waked up next morning, it was full of goodies from tip to toe, and right in front of the hearth was a wagon with red wheels. Oh, Santa Claus has been here, said the little boy, and he clapped his hands, for he was happy as could be. All the world is happy when Santa Claus comes. Trit-trot go the little deer. Tinkle, tink, tinkle, ring the bells. Oh, sing the winds. Twinkle, twinkle, shine the stars. And ha, ha, laughs Santa. Ho, ho, laughs Santa as he rides over the world to fill the children's stockings and to bring beautiful gifts. Nice story. I think I'll end it there. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. If it is Christmas time when you are viewing this, it's around Christmas right now, and I thought we could use a little bit of Christmas stories, but yet a little bit of spring. Sometimes it feels good to look forward to spring when the darkness of winter starts coming. I hope you enjoyed the story. I'll continue to do different stories. I have different old books, and I'd like to share them. Some old, some new, and it's just fun to share them. My kids are grown up, so I mostly look back on them, and it's sort of fun to reread some of these because it's been a long time. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good night. Bye.